one specific frequency to affect the way we behave. It's too random, specific, too random, specific, it's too random, specific, too random, specific, it's too random, specific, too random, specific, it's too random, specific, extremely low frequency.
You got it. I know you're gonna dig this.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to, what is this? Year 2022? 2022. Wow.
22, man.
This is our 2022nd Vortex Gallery reveal show. What's going on, everybody? My name is Giby. Joined here by the boys. I got Hellpockets, Hagure, DJ Cream. What's going on, everybody?
Yo, I'm vibing.
Vibing?
Yeah, chilling, man.
Oh man, is that Thicker behind you, Hagure? Is that
You know it, man. Yeah.
Victor with two C's.
two C?
Gotta show love to the Rumpa Dum Dum.
Oh, it's the rump shaker. That's what we got. We got Rex and effects. I like it. I like it. So this year, for those of you who don't know, we are officially partnering with Evo. Evolution Championship Series is the full name. We can't call it Evo anymore, right?
Yeah, they did a whole, change it up a little bit, It took a few years off, of the they went online for a little bit and, just trying to do something, spiff it up a little bit, right? So
Well, that sounds like us. We went online a little bit. We kind of spiffed it up, and I think they took a page out of our book. Just taking. You watching us right now, Evo? Is that what you're doing? I see you. Anyway.
Whatever works, baby.
Yeah. So, as you know, in typical fashion, we're here. We're gonna reveal the first lineup, the first wave of games that are coming out for, or that are gonna be at the Evo side event. Which, again, the entirety of the Evo side area, or side tournament community championship series, I believe it's called, is gonna be handled through 956's Vortex Gallery. And yeah, we've got a bunch of information for you guys. Chris, how many games are we revealing tonight?
Ooh, yeah. We haven't done one of these in a while.
Get out of the way, right? Yeah. All right. First wave. Oh man. All right. So I feel like every year I forget because I just get like completely mind blown by how many games you guys run in a single weekend at these.
The
events.
good thing is this is not the online thing, so like it's not going to be like
was-
100 games.
That was unfair. You got to actually have a count for space this time, right? So I get to be a little more manageable. But I'm thinking for the first wave, going to use some old school educated guessing based on previous knowledge and experience. I'm going to say 26.
26.
26.
20.
Nice round
just-
number.
is a good number.
All right, so like the big thing is like since we're going to be accepting all of the communities at side events that will volunteer to us. This means we're actually going to be dipping into a lot of communities that we typically don't talk to, such as like the Super Turbo scene, the Marvel scene, the NRS scene. So like if any of you guys want to collaborate with us to run a side tournament this year, that could mean that we could be dipping into more games. Chris, would you like to reevaluate your 26?
That's
Or
what I'm saying.
Yo, you
They
can give
come
him a
at me
second
with this
chance.
Extra like the
we're doing
additional
things differently,
content.
so we got to be upfront
Right.
about it.
My
You're
dude
right,
said,
you're
like,
right.
hold on a second. I like where your head's at, but you haven't thought about the DLC yet.
Pretty much.
All right. If I gotta think about like all these other guys that might come in and take part of what is actually, honestly, a very incredible system that you guys have run for the last decade? Jesus.
Well, we're getting close to a decade.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Let's go with 39. 39.
All right.
39. All right.
All right. I like it. 39 is a good number. Just dribbled some water on myself. So if you see my beard glistening, I'm sorry, everybody. That's all you're getting. You can subscribe to my OnlyFans. So you want to just go straight into this?
Let's go, man. I can't
All right.
wait.
Let's get it.
Let's do it.
All right. So let's go with the first slide. Terry, you know what games are on the first slide?
Let me see. Oh yeah. By the way, shout outs to the boy Shibarizu for helping us set everything up, getting the graphics on for this production over here. Did a
Host
really nice
of
job.
our podcast, the TO Desk.
The TO.
Yeah,
I still need to
man.
jump on that.
Yeah, for
You're
those of y'all
always
who
busy,
don't
to
know.
be honest. So
Yeah,
we'd
I
love
know.
to have you on. We just need to go make sure our schedules align. To be
Mm.
honest. So yeah, shout out to our boy Shibaruzu.
Check out 956pro.com/podcast, and you can listen in. There's some really good stuff there. But yeah, man, this first slide, y'all ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Hit him with it. Hit him with it. Hit him with it.
Let's do it. Bam. So I mean, we've been doing this for a long time, so I don't feel like any of these games are a surprise over here. We got Guilty Gear Xrd, of course. Yeah, we got some Strive in the main Evo lineup, but the Xrd scene is still going on strong. A lot of revivals actually during the pandemic era. A lot of people, even though the netcode isn't Strive quality, you see people striving to play Xrd, going back to the older gears and playing them again. So yeah, shout outs to everybody doing that. And yeah, speaking of older gears, we got Plus R. Gotta have Plus R. I mean, I can't remember a Vortex or Anime Evo without Plus R. And I know you everybody knows that scene goes hard. Got a lot of love for the game, so definitely real excited to see them come back. And I mean, speaking about coming back, I mean, we got Uni and we got Melty, right? Of course, I mean, you got to give some love to French Bread Games. I mean, you got we're all French Bread players right here, all four of us, right?
I'm gonna say, yeah, man. Like officially, I can say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out to Pep Luna making the official Evo lineup. So we also gotta give love to all like the predecessors, like Uni and Melty Blood current code were also at one time Evo main stage game.
Yep, definitely. So yeah, so that's pretty easy picks. I think no surprises here.
Some layup drills.
Yeah, got to keep it easy for this first one, but yeah, really looking forward to seeing these games come back, especially personally Uni. Like man, we were really close 2 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Getting up there in the main stage again, but yeah, it's all good. French Bread still got some shine up there with Lumina, so that's a beautiful thing to see. So I'm glad we'll definitely take Uni into our loving arms and run a good tournament.
Yeah, I mean it has. Daryl, weren't you like kind of the originator of Uni?
I mean, so like for Unil, I feel like the entire West Coast really like embraced the game like the very first iteration. And to be fair, like Unil, kind of rough, kind of like a really weird like first draft. But as more iterations came out and that series became a little bit more solid over the years, and the meta really developed, like I feel like Uni is no longer like the West Coast like staple. It's more global in that regard.
Mm.
But yeah, I ran Uni for a couple of years. You know how it is.
A couple years. Okay, I see. He's humble. This man is humble. I got into Uni because of watching it at the old Anime Evo event. And I was like, man, this looks good. And then Eunice is the one that I got into. That game is fun. Uniclear is great. I just wish that I was able to play it with more people. That's what this is for.
Yeah.
Uniclear came out at a really rough time because it was announced at Uni at Uni's very first appearance at Evo. It dropped around February and March of 2020, and something else happened that around that same time that kind of shut it down.
A little something.
Yeah, but yeah. So honestly, I'm super glad to see what the scene has been cooking up. Like I know we saw a glimpse of it at Climax of Night last year.
Yeah,
and that this game still got legs.
I'm glad to hear it. Like I know I used to try to pitch that game when it was just Unib to some of the non-anime players that I was hanging out with at the time. Southtown crew.
I remember.
And, yeah,
Unib is so fun to watch.
I love watching.
Great, bro. I was like, dude, why are we not on this already? And they're like, nah, we're about to try out Chaos Code. I'm like, all right. Great game also.
Isn't Unib lost to time now because it was only a downloadable game?
It was only available
only
on
arcade.
JP Arcades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah, I remember the first time I saw that game, I was like, "Yo, that game looks like trash, dude." That's like, and there's like way too. I mean, you see infinites going off, like everybody got
But
some kind of real crazy stuff.
dude,
So I was
remember
just looking at that
I
game. I was
remember
like,
one
"Nah."
year. I remember one year it was like me and like some of the really OG like melty heads. We were watching Unib for like the very first time as a group at like some tournament, and we were just like, "Yo, this game is crazy." So yeah, dude, French bread first, like just first
Yeah,
revisions, dude.
first
There's like
draft. Yeah, it's always a little
it
rough.
looks so rough, but like the one thing about like French bread games is like they actually spend a lot of time like developing out the meta and like putting out more
Mhm.
revisions. So eventually we got to a state where like Uniclear looks very balanced. Like I honestly think that if they had like at least one more balance patch and also attention to like patching some rollback, you know what I'm saying? But like
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, like if there was like one more balance patch to at least make Lom Draca like a little bit more viable, like I think Uniclear is like up there in terms of like
yeah.
pretty finely tuned.
Def, yeah. But I mean, yeah, that first revision, I was like, I don't know. Then L came out, and I fell in love with that game. I was running L tournaments all over the place, all
Mhm.
over the U.S. just because I really love that game. And yeah, ever since then, I'm really excited. Like I said earlier, always looking forward to seeing more Uni wherever it is.
All right. We need to go on to this next slide, don't we? This is
Yeah, man.
this is that curveball slide, I think, right? Hold up, where is it?
Yeah, I think you could say that. I think this is
What?
could be one that kind of reflects the new era, the new age.
The new age, yeah. See,
Yeah, the
I
new
like it.
age.
The millennia age, right? That one.
Mm-hmm.
Cyclops coming in with the handshake.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah,
it's all about Sagat dapping you. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, giving you those daps, right? All day long.
So for those who don't know, this is the first time around that we're including some mainstay Capcom titles. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which I mean, it's Marvel. What's Marvel, baby? Right, that's the saying. I've never actually said that out loud until
Yeah.
just now. Oh man. We've got.
Right yet?
Where's your curly mustache?
I
Oh,
mean, I can curl it up before we get back on cam and on my face. We've got CVS 2, another mainstay for Evo. It's there every year in some capacity. It's at pretty much every tournament. The scene has gotten a pretty nice revival over the past couple years, which is really nice to see because you have a lot of new players.
Specifically, like this last year with Fightcade, like
Yeah.
Fightcade,
those
yeah.
lobbies are super
Huge.
popping.
Yeah.
Well, what is it, Bear or Null? Which one is it?
I think it was Null.
Oh no,
DC.
Fightcade is with Flycast.
Flycast,
Shout outs to
yeah,
Blue
that's what it
Minder.
is, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, oh man, this is Street Fighter Alpha 3,
Oh,
the best,
Yeah.
arguably the best fighting game announcer in fighting games.
Oh, bar none, man.
Well,
Live and let die.
Almost.
Almost.
I've
I know.
almost.
I know who you're gonna say.
Yeah, you know who I'm
You got a whole lot of max going on. You got powers happening coming right. Is that what it is?
I'm saying, man,
Max
just like,
powers,
just
right?
Maximum power. The total package.
Oh, the Lex Luger of commentating.
The Lex Luger of in-game commentary.
The
Max
Lex
powers.
Express.
Like it puts every other in-game voice in the torture rack.
In the torture rack.
Oh, I
dude.
love it.
Hit him with the steel plate in the forearm, dude. Like,
So Alpha 3 is Alpha 3 and Alpha 2 always get argued over, which one people like better. Guess what? Both of them have an active community. And we've got Alpha 3 in here right now. I don't know if we have Alpha 2 in yet. We're going to find out with all these slides tonight. But Alpha 3 gets a lot of love. Back when Super Arcade was popping, that was the big game there versus Alpha 2. More people played this. And I know Watts pushed this over Alpha 2 as well. And then this other one. I got second place for in a tournament when this launched. A tournament that I held, by the way. Tatsunoko versus Capcom. This is Ultimate All-Stars. I played the Japanese version. I don't know what the changes to
with
Ultimate
the
All-Stars. Yeah.
There's more characters in Ultimate All Stars. This is the Wii version.
And there's balance. Well, the other one was the Wii version as well. Is this the
The
American one?
Japanese one.
Yeah.
This
is
this one's the
one.
American
Okay,
one.
yeah. So I played the Japanese one. I got second
Karas.
place. Yes,
Karas, yeah, that was a menace.
that was a fun tournament. Um, and what is it's always like KB's holding it down for this, right?
Yeah,
It
he
still is.
Still is.
Yeah.
Oh man.
just dropped like some tutorial stuff like maybe a couple days ago on Twitter, so he's always
Yeah,
on top of
man.
like anybody.
Yeah, it's
interested in
usually
playing
him and
PvP.
like Dr. Science. They're the two that's like holding him down on like their respective coasts.
Mhm.
Yeah, Bill
These
301 up in Chicago.
mm,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I used to live by KB, so I would play some TVC here and there. But over these past couple of years, there's been some new tech that has been found in that game. There's like unblockables now. Like
Oh.
I think it's like Baroque unblockables or something like that. So like the meta has changed. Like you're seeing like before, you had your top tiers and everything. But with this new tech, it's kind of like how role cancels worked in CVS2, right? Where like it made the strong stronger, but it also made like some of the lower tiers more viable because they could do some cheap stuff too. So yeah, I've been watching some of the online tournaments, and it's been really cool to see the character diversity that you're seeing in over there.
Hmm.
So yeah, again, yeah, K Beast. Yeah, actually, you know what? We should be giving some shout outs to all the TOs who are running stuff. So let's see for the last slide what we had. Plus R, shouts to Mech, long time Anime Evo Vortex Gallery collaborator. Exerd, we have the what is it? Rev Tuesday crew with Pat the
Pat
Flip.
the Flip. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, some more NorCal folks. And Uni, we had Tabby and Milkman Dan, dual teaming to run that. And with Melty, we have Aligari. Always holding it down for Melty. Um, but yeah. But back to TVC and everything. Yeah, K Beast once again holding it down. And I mean, this slide in particular, I mean, it is definitely got my heartstrings pulling because one, Marvel 2 is the best game of all time, like bar none for sure. And two, Street Fighter Alpha 3 is actually the game that really got me into competitive FGC stuff.
Oh.
I
Okay.
saw Vae versus Daigo, that intercontinental match that was unheard of back then, right? That was like one of the first times that USA and Japan like actually got to meet each other and play.
Mhm.
And man, I just fell in love with the community from then on. I was like, yo, I want to be going over, flying planes and stuff like the World Warriors, right? World Tour mode, so I'm definitely excited for that. And CVS2, I mean, that's NorCal's game in my heart. So
Oh, yeah.
definitely glad to see that. Marvel 2 and CVS2 is being run by Onikage, another NorCal local. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that. And Street Fighter Alpha 3 is run by none other than Riz One.
Oh.
Always doing it with the revivals, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, shout outs to the lore.
All right. All right. Yeah, it's a very NorCal heavy TO thing happening.
Yeah,
What's,
right.
what's happening?
That's funny how that works out.
Let's see what. Let's
I
see
mean,
what this,
it's pretty much Evo's our West Coast major like right now. 'Cause-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure like with the lack of SCR and NCR and even like PNW like majors like this is probably like the one time of the year where like all of all of the West Coast will probably like be in one place.
Mhm.
So we're getting a lot
Yeah.
of like love from the TOs from all those different regions on the West Coast to come down to Evo and help us out this year.
Okay.
Definitely.
So let's see what this next slide has for us. We'll start naming off the TOs as we name off the games too, to make things a bit easier. Next slide. Oh, what is this? Oh, I play one of these games. I know nothing about Katherine. Classic and full body. Is that like a full body wine? Why is she holding a tray? What is she drinking? Is that a Corona?
Oh shit, that totally looks like a Corona.
What's happening? Hey, are we gonna get C&D for this? What's happening? So yeah, we got Katherine Classic, which it's been at a few of our events now, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been like the Catherine series has been a active participant of Anime Evo / Vortex Gallery for many years now, and we're glad to see that community come back. And yeah, like I've actually revisited Catherine recently, and that game still holds up. It's pretty good, like gameplay wise, especially like the the versus aspect of it. Like Katherine Classic, it was kind of like rough around the edges because that game wasn't really built with competitive in mind. But like Katherine Full Body, that definitely like rebalances a bunch of things and fix a couple like really weird like glitches and stuff that could render a game like pretty much done.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, definitely Catherine, and then shout outs to Linus, a fellow 956 Productions compatriot. Always holding it down for Catherine, so doing both of the games this year. And yeah, like Daryl said, yeah, both of the games, the full body is like the newer version of Catherine, but
Hmm.
it definitely throws it fixed a lot of things for the competitive kind of versus mode that it has. So those who don't know, Catherine is traditionally like it's a one player kind of puzzle game where you're trying to climb up a whole bunch of blocks and get to the top. So when you put it competitively, you got two players trying to get to the top first. And then they could do some battlings and stuff, try to knock each other down.
The big thing is like the original game, like a bunch of the stages, like almost over half the
Oh
stages were
yeah,
like were not competitively viable. It was like there was like some really weird stuff that would cause like a stalemate. So
yeah,
so there was like I think like 2 or 3 stages in classic that were like viable to play competitively, and then full body they just kind of rebalanced all those stages, and then yeah made sure that like all the gimmick blocks that they had actually like worked, and a bunch of plays like a
mhm.
bunch of the stalemate stages were rebalanced so that like climbing is very encouraged instead of like stalling the game out.
Yeah, exactly. And the reason why we're running both of the games is because the old games, like Daryl was saying, there's a whole bunch of like kind of glitches and stuff like that. Just like how we do in the FGC, right? We find a glitch that makes things easier or better. We abuse the heck out of it, right? So that's why a lot of the old school Catherine players like they like that. They like all the glitches and stuff because you can do some cool tech with it. Steal each other's blocks, do all kinds of crazy stuff.
The
And
one glitch that everybody loves is like there's if you have like 2 blocks that are like adjacent to each other that are at the exact same level, if one person gets knocked down, the second player could like walk on top of them, permanently pinning them to the ground. So
yeah.
so they can't get up. Like so what would happen was while people wait for the entire like stage to fall through via time limit, they'll invite like like other players onto the stage and take a selfie while this dude is pinned to the ground.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah,
like
man.
that's always a lot of fun because you see people like taking selfies, putting them on Twitter, and be like, "Yo, grand finals, baby!"
Yeah.
I like it. That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But yeah, shout outs to the Catherine community. But yeah, I mean, we were talking about this game earlier, right? Chaos Code. I mean, who's running Chaos Code?
Is it Hell Pockets?
Oh,
He brought it up earlier.
I did,
Yeah.
but I didn't sign up for nothing, so there's got to be another Chaos Code enthusiast in the building, a man of culture or person of culture rather. Don't keep me.
Yeah, I'm the person of culture here.
Oh, hey, all right.
All right. So the big thing about Chaos Code is Chaos Code is one of the 8 games on the original like Anime Evo lineup, and that was also headed by me. I've noticed that I've run Chaos Code one time every 4 years, and
Hmm.
to this year happens to be that year. So I would like to keep that tradition up, like especially with the next version of Chaos Code being demoed at KSB this year.
Oh yeah.
So I really want to continue this game. Like even though I don't do it very often, it just seems so apt that like every 4 years, kind of like the Olympics. I just really want to make Chaos Code happen at Evo.
I was about to ask. So you do it every 4 years. Do you sync up with the Olympics, the World Cup, or the U.S. presidential elections? Which one is it that you sync up with?
What's it gonna be?
Midterm elections. Midterm
Midterm
elections.
elections.
there we
All
go.
right.
Perfect.
I was wondering. And then what's the other one? The Hisoku 10. So what's the 12.3?
All right. So
All right.
so Toho, a lot of the games are actually numbered. So
Oh.
12.3 happens to be from that specific line of games, and yeah, that's the fighting game portion. It's like the point whatever is the spin-off of whatever the whole number is. Something
Okay.
like that.
Yeah, so you'll have like a platformer, like a Castlevania style platformer as like point one, point two might be a shooting game, and then point three is like the fighting game. So
Okay.
Yeah.
It differs every
yeah,
every time. So,
every big version. So
Okay. And who's
to be
handling
honest,
this?
I think like some of the other games are like the fighting games 0.5 or whatever. It's kind of weird. There's no like official like numbering system.
And this one's the fighting game, right?
This is the fighting game,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
mhm.
And who's handling this game?
Yeah, so this is again Aligari, our Melty TO, is holding it down for Soku as well. And so this is actually one of the games that we ran during our online years. We haven't. This is actually the first time that we're running it offline at Evo. So it's a welcome addition. There's some really hype matches the past couple of years, especially like it was crazy too. Like the match arenas would start going off
Oh,
like during
yeah.
finals. Like it was like insane. Like a thousand something, 2,000 or something like that.
Is this the
Like,
one
yeah,
that got the
each year.
1,000 from that?
I remember one of the donators had the best quote. Is like, "We don't lose to smaller games,"
Yeah.
yeah.
and then he just drops like a rack or two. It's like
What
like
was-
casually.
Was it that Donbodo website that donated 1,000 to this?
Oh, yeah. I don't know how much they donated, but yeah, they dropped a
They
big old
spiked the
amount.
pot, yeah.
Yeah,
And all of us
yeah,
were like, wait,
so-
what? What the hell just happened? How did this
yeah,
game
yeah,
hit
and
the biggest pot so much? It was a trip.
Yeah, so like the fun thing about Hiso Tetsuki is one, it's a Toho game. The Toho is still a beloved franchise. And then like in the past like couple years, it's always the storyline has always been like South America versus North America. Yeah, I don't foresee a lot of like the usual Brazilian players making it out this year, but a lot of the North American players are still very strong and like will do some really hype looking combos.
Okay. Yeah, I'm hoping we do get a lot of international players. I understand that traveling is a bit difficult in these times, but it would be nice to see whoever shows up. Like I'm in the mode of like I'll take whatever we can get just at Evo in general. But I hope as many people show as possible. It'll be cool
Yeah,
seeing
definitely.
everybody again. What is that? That's slide number 3, right? Yeah, slide number
Yeah.
3. So what's this? I don't know
So-
what this next slide is.
So how you feel? How you feeling, Hellpockets? Like
I already
with
lost
your.
count, bro. like 15 minutes ago.
So currently we're 12 games in.
Nice.
Right?
All
Yeah, 12.
I should have went with my first guess, honestly, man. I'm feeling kind of.
You let me talk you into like increasing that number. I'm not gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Well-
I'm trying, bro.
He didn't lie to you. He said we're working closer with other communities, and 4 of those communities happen to be included, right?
Like it's a deal or no deal, like last minute switch up.
Hey, yeah.
I'm gonna curse you and your open doors.
All right. So you said you're going with your original guess of what was it? 26?
26. I'm gonna go
26,
back to 26.
All right. So let's move on to slide number 4. Drum roll. Ooh. Oh, okay. I recognize all of these games. Eternal Fighter 0. Who's Terry? Who's handling that?
Once again, it's Aligari. Doing a lot of games this time around. And
Yeah,
yeah,
that-
EFZ. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say like that fool is in charge of like pretty much all of the PC Dojin fighters with like pretty good casters. Like that's the cool thing about like this so far this lineup of PC titles is the fact that each of these like really old Dojin fighters actually have like very competent caster programs that let you play online. So like big ups to Aligari, like finding that niche and providing tournaments for all of those games this year.
All right.
Yeah, for sure.
The next game. I used to play this with some friends. I never thought it would get the crowd it has now and have the Best of Bond make a whole mini documentary video or whatever about it. Jackie Chan in the Fist of Fire.
Wow.
It's a
Yeah, man.
trip seeing where this game what this game became over the past few years and seeing how big the community has developed. A bunch of good friends of mine play it. I think I can't say anyone like who's the best of the bunch. I've seen BBH do really well in this game, and I hope he shows up to Evo and does well in this too, because that would be sick. He's
BBH.
yeah, he's the one. He has the Jackie Chan sign off too. See you next.
Oh
great.
yeah.
Yeah, so like Jackie Chan has been featured on our online tournaments this past couple of years.
Mhm.
This will be the first time I believe it's on the Evo floor, and I'm really interested to see what people got in store with Jackie Chan, because I feel like this game has a lot of like followers, especially this past couple of years, like
Mhm.
Fightcade, Resurgence, whatnot, all that good stuff. And then this game is pretty funny. I can't wait to see like, oh god, if we can somehow get this onto a stage, oh, it'll be great.
You know what?
Yo.
I'll work with magic. I'll see if I can get on stage. Just get on
Sick.
hands and knees and beg people, please put Jackie Chan on stage. I got this. Watch.
As long as we don't have to pay royalties to Jackie Chan, it might be good.
All right, it's true, dude. No, it usually gets a pretty
man.
positive response when you put it in front of people who haven't seen it before, and even more positive response for people who know what it is. So I think it's a win-win situation.
Mhm.
And everybody loves Jackie, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
how could you not?
Yeah. And who's running this game?
Jackie Chan will be run by a tag team of Mac and Gyaru.
Oh,
So yeah, Mac's
Vegas
a Vegas
people.
local.
Yeah.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Worked with us
So-
multiple times before, yeah.
Mhm.
Definitely. And Gyaru has also I can't remember, did they run something during last year's online event. I believe it was the Inuyasha tournament that they
Oh,
ran.
okay.
I
sounds
think. I
about
don't
right.
know. Yeah.
We ran
Jo-
so many tournaments last year, but I do
Oh,
remember seeing the
man.
name. I do
don't
remember
know.
seeing Gyaru's name, like
Yeah,
Put out there.
for those who don't know, we did about 90 tournaments last summer.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah.
Kind of a
That
lot.
we
Yeah.
did. A little bit, yeah.
Oh, and then
But
go on.
well, yeah, looking forward to Jackie Chan. I remember at every tournament, it'd always be a joke. Yo, we should run a Jackie Chan tournament, and here we are. I love to see it, man. I love to see
I
it.
know.
This is what you want. You want the people saying we should do this. Step up and run
They do
it.
And they did. Like, look
Yeah,
at
someone
that.
did it. Two people
Yeah,
did it.
man.
It's funny because we always get there for like HNK and like all those other like really meme-looking Kusoge games, quote unquote Kusoge games.
Mhm.
And then it's like, all right, cool. Who's gonna be the mad lad to step up? And then every year we always get like one or two people doing this kind of stuff. I'm like, yes, this is exactly the kind of stuff I really want to see at Evo.
Yeah, and speaking of that, that kind of energy, we got Ultra Fight the Kyanta 2 making a return. I believe this is its third or fourth year now. Yeah, fourth
I think
year
it's
because
fourth,
it was
there
in
2019.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in
Yeah.
person there. So
This is
yeah,
the Say Jam Will It Kill special right here.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
I've seen
Yeah.
channel points won and lost on this game alone. So I was like, if people are fans of the Will It Kill series, this is the chance to be like, oh man, I know the kill combo. Are you sure about that,
Mhm.
homie?
Yeah, definitely been a lot of of our past games matches up on Will It Kill. It's been nice to see. But yeah, shout outs to YFD Hippo, running, always holding it down for Kyanta.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
always
been really
always
cool.
running an online tournament too every like Saturday morning. or something
Mhm.
like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
Kyanta
yeah, definitely.
Weeklies.
Yeah, Kyanta weeklies.
Nice. Got a
Yeah,
thriving
definitely
community.
holding it down.
Yeah, that game is
Yeah.
free on Steam. Pick it up. There's the
Free on
barrier of
Steam.
entry.
Yeah,
barrier
last
entry is
year
very
we
low.
announced like when we had our tournament last year, they announced rollback during the tournament. So it's got rollback netcode, or I think it has rollback, or it's either, I believe they released it. It's either like about to release or they released it. So
Okay.
I mean that game's super fun. Like there's all kinds of wild that character that we have up on the slide, like she's a trip, man. Like all she does is drop mushrooms, or yeah, she picks
Meteors.
up mushrooms
Oh.
and then
So
if
she's
she gets
literally
them,
a
like
trip.
meteors start
Okay.
falling. Yeah,
Are they
and,
real
like-
meteors?
Yeah, dude. So
yeah,
like, the meteors will rain down and it'll do like X amount of damage, but sometimes you'll see a red meteor and that's an instant
Yup.
kill. And those meteors are unblockable, like real meteors.
Yeah,
All
and it
right.
hits both characters, so like she gotta watch out, she gotta dodge. So it kind of turns into like a dodge, like a shoot 'em up kind of
Okay.
game because you're trying to dodge all these meteors falling. So it's a fun game, man. Fun game.
Oh man, I love Sorry for the next game. I always love this picture of Torlin Buff Dog because that's the meme
Yeah.
I knew
dog
it
that's
was
like
coming,
spinning.
man.
Yes. So this is fight of animals. Animals throwing down with each other. I forget. Does this game have a turtle in it?
I don't think there's no turtle.
No
There-
There's an
there
turtles.
is-
egg
Yeah.
dog.
There needs to be a turtle DLC.
There's
Is it
egg
a-
dog. Like it's all the like meme animal pictures that
Yeah.
you've
It's
seen.
like a
They turn them
beluga
into fighting
whale.
game characters. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So that explains it. I've seen a lot of this. I think the first time I actually saw this was on Sajam stream. He fired up. Everyone told me to go check it out. He's playing a game I would be interested in. I was like, what? What's he playing? I thought it was an SNK game. Nope, it was this. I'm like, what? I don't.
High damage game. I
Yeah.
believe it has rollback. One year in the past they did us a super huge solid by by
yeah.
dev support, like
Mhm.
adding in like the anime Evo logo onto like all the characters and on the wrestling ring. That was super sick. I
Yeah.
believe that DLC is still up.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that. And oh, sorry. Go on, Terry. I was just gonna ask who's running this.
Oh yeah, so I was gonna say shout outs to Shibarizu again.
Ah.
Is the man behind the curtain on this one. He'll be a little bit too busy this time working with 956, kind of running the whole show. But he got one of his homies, Butt 69 to yeah. Hey, nice, right? Nice.
Perfect name.
To run, to be the head TO. So for those of y'all who love those digital crafter games, like it's gonna be a big one. I know Shibarizu, as kind of like the community manager is always putting his love behind the game and working like Daryl said, working closely with the developers to splash the pot a little bit here and there, come up with some prizes and stuff. So
Mhm.
yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing what they got in store.
All right. I'm looking forward to Jackie Chan on this side. Jackie Chan and Fist of Fighters. Jeez, Fist of Fire. Sorry. There's gas coming up. I'm burping as I'm talking. Excuse me. That's terrible. I'm looking for Fight of Animals, future Turtle DLC. I'm speaking this into existence. It's something that Pockets and I have done quite a bit over the years. So I'm just throwing it out there. If there's some turtle memes, where's Spaceship Turtle? That one. Let's make that a character.
I saw a picture of a turtle going into a fridge just now on Twitter, and it said, my dog's hungry.
There you go.
There you go.
All right. So
Yeah, that Elden Ring it's calling all the turtles dogs, man.
I love it. So we have another slide coming. That's how many games so far for that's
16?
16 games so far.
16.
I'm not mathing properly. All right. So next slide is what? Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. What? We're doing ST?
Oh.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we doing ST, y'all. It's every Evo. Like there's a few games that kind of have to be there at
Yes.
Evo, right? There's Marvel and then there's ST. From the beginning, there's always been ST. So, again, shout outs to Rizwan for bringing the lore, bringing the ST back to Evo. I mean, what else can you say, right? It's ST. Like Evo is definitely one of the biggest events for ST every year.
Mhm.
And I know, again, another community that's been grinding really hard on Fightcade. And so I know there's a lot of hungry people, a lot of newer players too that have been picking up the game and making a splash. So it's going to be a really competitive tournament. So gonna love to see it, man.
That's cool. I'm glad that we've got ST under our umbrella now. That's a game that's a community we've always talked about working with for years. I was good friends with the people that used to run it. Several people that used to run it in the past. I guess because in-person Evo stopped, a lot of people stopped wanting to run events, which is unfortunate. Which is why some of the events, as you can see, so there's Soul Calibur, and that's the final game of this announcement lineup. But Soul Calibur 6 Who is running this? Because I'm gonna throw this out there. James Chen has been doing a lot of work with Soul Calibur every week.
Oh yeah, James loves SEC.
Is it James Chen?
It is not James Chen. I would imagine he might be involved somehow because the TO chapter has been. I mean, he's been planning this since before we were, right? Like
Oh,
he's doing like a whole like in addition to the tournament, he's doing like a whole Soul Calibur suite that he's planning, and like I just saw the flyer and like there is all kinds of things going on. So definitely, I would not be surprised if Jane makes a surprise guest appearance somewhere during the tournament.
okay.
Yeah, I will say that the Soul Calibur scene, like they were on top of things. As soon as the official like Evo lineup was announced, they were already making moves to make sure that Soul Calibur 6 was gonna get some sort of like representation on the Evo floor.
Mhm.
So I really applaud that scene for mobilizing so quickly, and I'm getting to us
Mhm.
like in the fashion that they did, because they came, not only did they came through to like hit us up, they came through with a squad. So this
Yeah.
this tournament's gonna be very well handled in my opinion.
Okay. I like that. I
Yeah,
like it.
definitely. They were one of the first ones to sign up, like first two or first one, maybe. Yeah, so
You know,
yeah,
honestly,
definitely.
that didn't even surprise me, man. Those guys are always like super ready for any opportunity to like run their game at any event, man.
Mhm.
Like, I've definitely kicked it with a couple of those. I don't know if you call them OGs or not, but guys who've just been in the scene for a while, and guys I've known in NorCal that ran Soul Calibur, and like, dude, they definitely they lived for that game series, bro. Like,
Yeah, for sure. The stage of history, right? Never dies.
yes,
Yeah, I'm actually very glad to see Soul Calibur here, because like I've been saying, because of like COVID putting the brakes on a lot of different scenes, like Soul Calibur is definitely one of those scenes that took one of the biggest momentum hits this past couple of
Mhm.
years. So I'm really glad to see this community like stepping up and like showing that there's still a lot that this scene in this game has to offer for the greater tournament players as a whole.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Terry, you've ran some Soul Calibur tournaments with me, haven't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
So,
the Bud Light
Bud
Beer
Light
League.
Beer League.
Yeah, those are awesome.
They were great. The Soul Calibur community was great to work with.
Oh man, they're great.
They were
They're
so
super
happy.
awesome.
Yeah, they were just excited to like, oh man, we get a tournament, we get a pop up. What? And
Yeah.
it was so fun. I really enjoyed working with that community. It's great to see them stepping up and doing this. And
Mhm.
like you said, they have a squad. The only time that's happened was what? Wasn't it just Chickzama? The only time that we've ever had someone come in with a squad like that?
Yeah. Yeah, normally, there's like some people who come to us like individually. They're like, "Oh, we want to run something." We're like, "Okay, Evo's kind of big though, so try to get like one or two other people." But yeah, Soul Calibur, Chigzama with BDCF, they roll deep. They're like, "Yo, we got 10 people, like 6 to 10 people ready to run everything, right?"
damn.
So, definitely, yeah. They're like Hellpocket said, they're prepared. They love their game and they want to make a scene at Evo. So
Mhm.
much love to them.
Oh, what does NU? Second wave signups are live. What? So there's still people still have time to sign up. When are we closing signups?
I want to say, what is it, June 20th, if I recall correctly.
June 20th.
But
Yeah.
yeah, you got about another month.
So yeah, if you don't see your game on this lineup, don't fret. Like we are still getting a lot. We're still trying to manage all of our signups and participants and stuff like that. So like there will be another lineup. We just want to put out this initial list of games out there to get people interested very early, and to know that we are doing things. And yeah, if you see a game that you want to participate in, stay tuned, because we're going to be opening up that registration
Mm-hmm.
relatively soonish.
And if you do want to run a
Yeah.
game, hit us up at 956pro.com/volunteer. Links right there on the screen. Some people screw up spelling volunteer. Hi, I'm people. So just, use that as a cheat sheet. Go sign up for your favorite game. I don't know. There's no Breaker's Revenge here. It's something I always complained about. It happened one year.
That's
It was about to happen one year, 2020.
Oh, and then we transitioned to online.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
Yeah, we had somebody signed up, but with the switch to online, they weren't feeling the online.
Yeah,
stuff,
I
so.
remember. And that was my boy too.
That's about to be a console game
I mean-
soon, right?
It's supposed to be a console
Oh
game.
yeah,
Yeah.
a collection, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Brazilian publisher is working on a collection with rollback and everything. I don't know what's happened to it.
I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know. I know that was announced. I don't know when it's coming out. Though.
So Art from Southtown just tweeted me about that yesterday, saying that pre-orders are coming up soon.
What?
They made an announcement tweet saying pre-orders are coming soon, and I'm like, wow,
Okay.
the first thing we've heard about that game in months.
In like
is that
months.
The pre-orders,
Yeah,
the
'cause it's
pre-orders
been a
are
minute.
almost here, guys. Relax.
Yeah, because last time was they did a private beta, I believe, open or private beta, I forgot, back in January for PC and PS4. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm picking it up whenever it comes out. I'm getting it. I'm gonna pre-order the hell out of this game. I love Breaker's Revenge.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, big save. I'm gonna go
Breakers.
dust off that show.
Show, yeah.
Just
Sizo,
give
man,
me-
Bird Frog.
Oh, man, give me
Nice,
some
yeah,
Rilla.
that's the boy too.
I don't know. There's Rilla. She's the realist. I don't know what you guys are. Oh, this ninjas, Karate Man. Nah.
Bird Frog.
If it was Turtle,
but
I
I
only know one
mean-
trick. I only know one trick. Hair stab the bird frog.
Yeah, so, dude, Bird Frog's all-encompassing neutral, bro. Just like keep doing it.
so
Yeah, dude, I want to see Breakers. If Breakers happens, maybe not this year because we don't know when is that coming out. But like, I do want to see Breakers happen at least next year.
All right,
So,
I'm going
again-
on a limb and say this is almost 26.
what was it? 18 games.
18.
18.
18.
So it's to go
Missed it
Yeah.
by 8.
to go over them again. We've got Community Tournaments A side, CVS2, Katherine Classic, Katherine Full Body, Chaos Code, Eternal Fighter Zero, Fight of Animals, Plus R, Rev 2, Jackie Chan in Fists of Fire, Marvel 2, Melty Blood, Double A, Double C. I know no one's ever said that before, but I just did. Soul Calibur 6, Alpha 3, ST, TVC, Hisoku, Kyanta 2, and Uniclear. Those are, what did I say, 18 games from the A-sides. If you want to register for any of these games, registration starts now over at start.gg/Vortex Gallery. We don't have any caps on any of these events generally. But this is it's been 2 years we've been online. This is going to be our first time coming back. Do we have
Feels
to
good to be
Yeah,
back, to be
it's been a
honest.
Yeah, it does. Do we have to put caps on anything? Because I mean, I got a cap on my head right now. Do we got to put caps on anything else?
Well, I was wondering, what kind of role does space play into this? Obviously, eventually we can't run infinite numbers of lobbies like we did online, right? So you gotta do some, maybe do some allotment for logistical, reasons, right?
Are you saying there's a limit to how many games we can have on the show floor?
I'm just saying.
Are you
man,
saying
I
people
have to be
should
a
try to
little
give us a
bit-
limit?
I was not trying to challenge you
Oh,
guys.
the
'cause
good-
I feel like every time I bring this up, it's like, oh, we got more games than last year. I'm like, how? I don't even know there's. That
I mean,
many
the good thing is like we've been doing this for a number of years now, so like we kind of got into logistics of how to rotate out consoles. For example, like we have our boy Alligator doing a lot of the Dojin PC fighters and stuff like that. Like he and a bunch of buddies can probably put together a bunch of PCs with all 3 of those games and then rotate them out throughout the weekend. Like we can work with a lot of these TOs to make sure that their needs are handled and and schedule all these tournaments, because I feel like what was it 2019 we had 30 games or something like that, and we managed to pack that BYOC area and do all the tournaments out all done in 1 weekend. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
this is going to be a cakewalk compared to the 100 games that we ran
Oh yeah,
multiple years.
because
Yeah.
we took up almost the majority of the BYOC back in 2019, and this time the entirety of the BYOC is 956's Vortex Gallery, so it's our section, and we're just gonna fill up with as many games as we can. And again, we have 18 games here. You don't see your game on the list, what you got to do? You got to sign up, volunteer.
Uh-huh.
Yo, what is this?
I don't know, but it's a shocked thing. I don't know what's happened here.
Oh,
But-
that's one of the Fight of
Oh, that
Animals
long
characters,
cat?
I think.
Oh,
That's Long Cat. Yeah, Long
Is
Cat.
that Long Cat? Okay. But yeah, second wave signups are already live. If you want to sign up again, 956pro.com/volunteer. We're pretty quick with our vetting process. We'll get you in real quick. And we'll have a second announcement show with all the games that we're going to be having at the Evo show floor, August 5th and 6th. We have 2 days to run all these games.
Just 2
We'll get it done.
days, yeah. Yeah,
2
I mean, we
days.
do it every time, man. We ain't no problem.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
and also from what I remember from the Evo lineup announcement show, they said that the BYLC, well, actually, from what I understand, the BYLC is its own area now, because I know that was one of the things people said before, is that
Oh, yeah.
we're over here running 30 tournaments. We don't have any place to actually play casuals and stuff.
Mhm.
So the BYLC is its own area, and then now we got a whole tournament, a side tournament area to ourselves. So folks can get their casuals in,
Mhm.
and then we also got more space to run all these tournaments. So
Right.
I'm looking forward, for folks to come sign up in this second lineup. And this is what happened. This is why we do a second lineup, right? Because we always, announce our first lineup, and people are like, "Oh, okay, cool. This is the lineup," and they're like, "Yo, wait, where's my game? Where's my game that I want to play?" And
Mhm.
people are like always hitting this up after
Where's
like,
Blaze Blue Central Fiction?
Where
Where's that?
yeah.
I'm rocking this
where's
Neo
the-
Geo hat. Where are all the SNK games?
Yeah, we're all
Where-
dancing
where-
cake. Where's
Well, the hell?
Sancho at?
Yeah, where's
You know,
Sancho?
Where's
this is where
VSAF?
Where's VSAT?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
so
Where's
to be
where's
fair,
Dragon
like,
Ball
I'm pretty
stuff?
sure.
Pockets.
To be fair,
I'm not
I'm pretty
saying
sure there's like
I'm not saying
there's a
nothing.
lot
Just
of like
motion
TOs
to
that
your-
we're
to your
still trying to
left.
get. I'm pretty sure we still are talking with a bunch of TOs,
Mhm.
getting all those games, if not the games that we mentioned, like trying to get those onto the lineup. But some of these games are pretty big games, and we got to make sure that we have a big enough squad
Mhm.
to make
Mhm.
sure that we run all those bigger games, like bigger side tournaments, like pretty pristine. Like can't be messing it up and having like first time players and stuff, like not knowing how to run brackets on Start GG. So
Hey, it's
we'll
a new
see what's up.
website. All right. Give people some slack. It's only been out for like a
Yeah.
week now. Okay.
You gotta
It is, yeah.
learn
You
the
know, I'll
system
be-
first, guys.
I'll be real. I have not touched anything in terms of like bracket stuff on Start GG when they did that.
You are a blessed human being.
You're very lucky.
Right? Yo,
You're very
man.
lucky. But yeah, I mean, with that said, we do kind of do like a little bit of a vetting process with our TOs. And, if you are a new TO though, and there is a game that you really want to run, like that's okay. Like you can, sign up. And like I said, part of what we do is that we get these applications and, we talk to people, see what their experience level is. And, maybe if they need some extra help with somebody, we try to find a co-TO. And that's why some of these games you see them having 2 TOs. So they can help each other out and kind of balance the workload. Because Evo is a big event, right? It's
Mhm.
the biggest tournament, so things can get kind of hectic. So definitely it helps to have a big squad. That's why we keep on talking about rolling deep, right? Because the more people you have helping out, it makes just things go so much smoothly. Like say you have like a TO and a streamer, right? Your player, I won't name any names, but a certain player who happens to enter every single tournament, all 30 side tournaments, all 9 main games or something, they running all over the place, and you got to try find them, right? Like you're running brackets, you can't leave your TO station, but if you have somebody to help you out, they can go, seek down these players and then tell them like, yo, you're either coming to the match or you're getting DQ'd. So definitely the more help you can get, tell people in your communities to sign up. Maybe they're not ready to run brackets, but maybe they can be that person, who maybe, finds people, who updates names on the stream overlay or something like that. Something, really minor, but helps them get involved too. And those kind of things really, builds the community as well, and builds like a kind of cohesion, because you are running it together. And that's what we're all about, is, coming in all together, running this, showing loves for all these games, all varieties of games, that we run. And yeah, it's a beautiful thing. And I would love to see more of y'all out there to take part in it.
Have we mentioned anything about commentators? I mean, we got one of the most prolific commentators in fighting games here with Hellpockets.
Hello.
Have we talked about anything about commentators for Vortex Gallery?
Yeah,
I mean,
so
it's the same thing with-
commentators.
Go ahead.
Yeah, pretty much same thing. When we were talking about the application form, we got TOs. It's for TOs, streamers, people who want to help out, chat moderators, and commentators. And you go through the form, and there's like, if you want to be a commentator, you can upload your reel, show us what you got, show us your chops. and we'll talk to you and then connect you with the TOs, with the streamers and stuff like that. So yeah, anybody who wants to be a part of running side tournaments or making these happen, commentators, streamers, TOs, anybody, yeah, just hit up that application for 'em.
Pockets. I need a commentator for Chaos Code, bro. You got me?
Chaos Code? Oh man,
Yeah.
I might have to sign up for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
put in a volunteer form, fool.
Pockets
and
actually.
Me and Abe will do that. I'll
Yeah.
tell Abe to do it too. Yeah, man.
Chris, you remember you actually did commentate Chaos Code at Southtown?
At Southtown Arcade.
Yeah.
I was,
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's the first time I played Chaos Code.
yeah,
I
Yeah,
like that
Southtown.
game. All right,
That game's dope.
It
That
is.
game's dope. I love the music, man. The music in
Music's
that game.
great.
Ooh,
One of the best music
so
I've ever
good.
heard.
It's got a swole ass shift that serves you pain. Like, how can you not
Oh,
like
yeah.
that game?
Yeah. Oh, what?
Come on.
Bravo, right?
Bravo.
Bravo.
So, see, you know what's up.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyone wants to run any SNK games? I'm here to help you. Put Shermie in some stuff. You guys can't see me holding up this Shermie keychain, but she's beautiful. All right, just remember that.
Time to go make that 3v3 basketball game where Shermie is balling.
Yeah, let's do it.
We won't get in that.
There are plenty of
Getting
games.
a rabbit hole, man. I'm about to go way deep in there.
But yeah, again,
But yeah.
everybody, this is just the first wave of announcements. We're gonna have another podcast probably in a month and a half-ish at the latest, maybe like 5 weeks, honestly. But you don't see your game again. Well, let me get that slide back up. We'll keep the slide up and we'll end. Or no, we won't end on it. We'll just get the slide up, and after we're done, that's what we'll do. But hey, sign up 956pro.com/volunteers. You want your game on there? Make it happen. Don't give us some nonsense of, hey, how come my game's not on there? It's because you're too lazy to run it. All right. Like me, I'm too lazy to run anything this year, so that's why I'm complaining about no game. Yeah, step up and run some of my games. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, step up and run.
I managed to offload both Melty Blood and Uni. So
I mean,
if that can happen, it can happen for you too, homie.
listen, we need people. We need some vampire people, right?
Oh
Maybe.
yeah, definitely, please. Vampire, any retro folks who is interested, hit me up. I can connect you with other people. With we all know how retro is. Y'all know how it is. PVM, CRTs, super guns, all that stuff. But by all working together, we can share equipment and make things happen a little bit easier. So yeah, come on through, man.
That'd be great. But yeah, I think that about covers everything for us this time around, right? Actually, the one big thing. Huge thanks to Rick, the Hado from Evo, for actually allowing us to do this, making this happen. Normally, we're fighting for positions, fighting for spots for all of our events over at the Evo side area. Now, since it's a dedicated, I believe it's the Community Championship or something like that. I forget exactly what it's called. But we have a whole area dedicated to us for tournaments. And again, it's going to be a massive area for us. So if you've been to the BYOC before at other Evos, it's essentially that. And we're going to you're going to see all of us. We're just going to take up that whole area. It's going to be sick. Big thanks to Rick, my fellow bearded brother.
Yeah, definitely.
Finally be able to just hang out in that area and not have to worry about my gear being used to stream KOF. I'm in there, baby.
I'm going to need you to bring gear to stream KOF. Peace out, everyone. No. But yeah.
Oh, man.
But as always, thanks, Hellpockets, for always jumping on and
Thank you.
getting the number wrong. And you're gonna get it wrong again in a few weeks. Because look,
26, man.
look, it's not your fault.
No.
You've learned that we're insane and we just keep running all these things. It just happens.
I just throw numbers that I think would never pop into anyone's head.
Mhm.
And then I'm still wrong.
That's fine. It's okay being wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Then
Yeah, man.
I've learned to live with it.
mhm.
You always got to get hit one day, right? You can't always block every mix-up.
Bro, I get hit every day. We talk.
Life is the ultimate mix-up,
But
all
hey,
right?
keep mashing those buttons, bruh. Don't stop. Don't ever stop mashing those numbers.
This was a good show. So yeah, we'll see you in a few weeks. Don't forget to sign up. Hagure, DJ Cream, anything you got? Anything you want to say goodbye to people with?
Watch the TO desk. It's our podcast that we put out whenever we can. And yeah, like we went over a bunch of Evo related topics recently. So yeah, peep those on the YouTube channel that you're probably listening to this right now. Maybe.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, for me, just looking forward to see more games come in. I mean, there's always some surprises every year. So we already had some today, but that second lineup always comes real heavy. You know, there's a lot of people who watch that first lineup and they're like, "Yo, where's my game?" And then all of a sudden,
Look a
those
meme
numbers
harder,
keep
guys.
rising. So yeah, just really looking forward to that. So yeah, hit up 956pro.com/volunteer and sign up and make it happen.
All right. So everybody, thank you for watching. We'll see you in a few weeks. Peace.
Specific extreme rambling, specific extremely low frequency.